Hey everybody, hope you're doing well today. I wanted to talk to you, just do some story time. You guys seem to like it when I tell you stories about appraisals and umpire things and stuff like that. Other things going on in the industry. So here we go. Yesterday, we closed down an appraisal. Now, it took us almost 17 months to do the appraisal. It's commercial property, kind of chunky, not that difficult, but it took 17 months. It took an awful long time just to get the two appraisers' estimates. Our appraiser sent one pretty quick, and the other appraiser sent his a few months later. And then we invoked the umpire, and then the umpire took 3 months to make the appointment. And then after making the appointment, took another 101 days, I believe, to render an award. Now, during the appraisal, this is the interesting thing. The insured got tired of having water come into his business. So he replaced his roof. Seems reasonable. He incurred costs for that roof. He spent about $300,000. Wasn't an appropriate amount of money. It was pretty much market conditions. Pretty good vendor. I grant you one weirdness was that they didn't pull a permit on time and stuff like that, but nonetheless, the roof was done. Okay. And the roof was done. It was an upgrade from what was there before. Okay. So it was a membrane roof versus what it was before. And but the thing was, they did that because they needed to do it. They did not do it because they had elected to do it. Roofing is a lot like tires. People don't want to do it until they have to, right? So we go and we get the award sent over. The awards sent over shows replaces about 8 square of this. I don't even know how big. It's got to be at least about the size of a football field, if not a little bigger. Roof. About 8 square of that roof, and then some adjoining roof that was tile and whatnot. That got replaced too. So it brought about this question: incurred cost. When is incurred cost? When is the act of producing the actual work? When would that not be approved by a panel? When would that not be approved by a judge? When would that not be approved by a jury? When would that not be approved by a carrier? When that would not be approved by most anybody, right? But it wasn't in this. It just wasn't. And it begs the question: why? I've said it before that if I'm the umpire, I can't turn away prima facie proof that something's been done or that something's damaged. If you can prove it, it's done. Okay. And I guess that the umpire could say that we didn't prove it. But I mean, I would also say it's hard to prove anything that's already been done, right? It's an incurred cost. Had had one last week, similar situation. The incurred stuff was paid. Had one 2 weeks ago, it was the same. I mean, I'm just saying that this appears to be a little bit aberrant. So at the end of the day, the award that was signed by the opposing appraiser and the umpire, but not by my office, was the executed award. And I mean, it literally took 5 minutes for it to get signed. I mean, let's think about it this way, okay? The carrier, in this particular case, gave $39,000 for this loss. It came out with the umpire at 552, I think. I mean, that's 1,800% greater. Like, why would anybody be upset by that? True. It's not terrible. And the truth is, I think that the umpire actually put some stuff in the scope so that more of the roof could get done without hurting the rest of the project. I just don't get for the life of me how we could have a roof that had been paid for that we couldn't at least replace it with the value of what was there before. Seeing on how it was actually done and seeing on how we had videos of water cascading into the building. And so it's just a cautionary tale. I can't see one good reason why incurred cost doesn't have to be addressed by panel. I get that everybody thinks that we're the deciders, right? We're not really the deciders. There are a lot of things in this process that are decided for us. And thus, we have to put it on there. You know, I was the umpire on one the other day, and somebody showed me damage to the decking. There's nothing I could do about it. They get the decking. I can't fix that. Doesn't matter what my feelings are on it. It's just damage, and it had to be replaced. You know, I get shown this stuff all the time, and if you knew me well, you would know that I don't like incongruence. Okay, I think that you select a rule book and you stick by it. It's a hard master because you can't be morally malleable when you do that, because it is the rule book, and it's going to be the rule book today, tomorrow, the next day, and forever. And my rule book says that the prima facie case that's made is the one that always rules the day. And what ruled the day on this particular one was that the insured, because they had to, replace their roof. It was as if the panel thought that the insured was up to something nefarious by replacing their roof. And that just doesn't make sense. Peace, y'all. Bit to ponder. Going to be a busy week, a busy month, a busy year. Thanks to you. Peace.